Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Oxymoron Gaming. We are doing a new segment. We're going to be reading IMDb reviews of your favorite movies and some that probably aren't your favorite. Today, we're going to read a couple of reviews for Ghostbusters 2016. Yes, I keep referring to it as Ghostbusters 2016 because I refuse to call it Ghostbusters. Because fuck that noise. I'm joined by Fatboy.
Bro.
And Tooley's around somewhere, probably got himself muted so he doesn't.
No, he's not muted himself. I don't know what he's doing.
I'll stay quiet. Right, so we just want to be objective here. Neither Fatboy or myself have actually watched this movie because fuck that noise.
We refuse to give money to studios who write this bullshit.
Quite frankly, and I actually really like the original two movies. It's not that it's a female cast that pisses me off. It's the way that it was done and some of the comments the director made, which directors should never. I don't care what sort of press you get, and a director should never make those sorts of comments towards the people.
Oh, the Twitter shitstorm, man, that was gold.
Yeah,
I loved it.
So we're going to start today with a review. It's the top one because the actual top one is not a review as such. It's basically saying how it seems odd that all the top reviews that have given it 10 stars are all new reviewers and blah, blah, blah. So we're going to go with Stephen Lancaster, who posted a review on the 10th of July 2016. He named his review Dead on Arrival. Now, I must warn you, because, you know, there might be other people out there who have not seen this film. I assume that's probably going to be a lot of people.
Who actually want to watch this, people, which I think is a really small amount of people who haven't watched who actually do want to watch it.
Let's just put it this way. There's a big disparity in the numbers.
That Venn diagram doesn't really, like, intersect each other that much. It's like it grazes, if that. It's
not so much two circles. It's more a circle and a dot. So, people who haven't seen the film to the people who want to see the film. So yeah, we're going to start with this review. Fatboy, do you want me to start reading, and then you will intersect with humorous anecdotes and comments?
I could do that. Yeah, I hate reading off a screen. I'm like that kid in like school when you should read it. Like, fuck, I can't read anymore. Oh yeah,
don't worry. Let the dyslexic one read off the screen. It's fine.
You're good at that shit.
I'm good with numbers, not words. So yeah, there are spoilers, and these are not our views. Our views will be the comments intersecting the reviews, which probably will be worse than the reviews, to be quite frank. So you have been warned. There are spoilers, apparently. I don't know. I haven't seen the film. I can't tell you. So, I'm going to read it as written, or as close to as I can. I'm not a trained actor. I'm not part of the Screen Actors Guild or anything like that. Not anymore.
They probably still do a better job than fucking this film. But anyway, I digress. Carry on.
I still don't get how Shatner's part of the Screen Actors Guild, but there we go.
Don't start that again.
I told you I'll stop doing it when it stops being funny.
Oh, fuck.
As far as the end result, the film completely fell flat across the board. I have nothing against the four leads. I more or less blame the writers, director, and studio choice of direction for the new Ghostbusters. Or as I like to call it, the Faux-busters. Because they're not really Ghostbusters, are they?
I'd call it Shitbusters, but that'd be still a better film.
I've seen Shitbusters. It's not really about what you think it is.
Dickhead. I knew he was going there straight away.
It's a film about 1970s sewer maintenance.
Is that what you call it?
Yeah. Well, it was in the 1970s. The acting is some of the most stiff and cookie cutter I have ever seen. There were times when it really sounded like they were reading their lines. The actors did not mesh well at all, and their interaction with all the blue and green screen effects was lifeless and clueless.
I give the guy credit for knowing that there is more than just green screen. Like the reviewer, he actually kind of knows his shit about how films are put together and, you know, the effects, how you do them.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to remember as well. I mean, it all depends on where you're filming and what you're doing. I mean, a lot of Lord of the Rings stuff was done on orange screen.
Because of green screen won't work because of what they're wearing.
Yeah. If you're wearing a lot of earthy tones, you don't really go with a green screen or a blue screen, especially considering I know like the green screen is like a fucking vibrant, bright fucking green. And there is a particular green, and I forget what the...
It's actually it's a very specific one in Photoshop as well. It's like pure green. Yeah,
there's a proper hex code for it. Like hex code for white and hex code for black and stuff. Black's all F's, is it? Or is
all
it
F's for black, yeah.
And white's all O's or zeros.
Yeah. You can use 6 or you can use 3. Most interpreters will know the difference. Also, that was fucking way too much for me. Carry on.
I was just lost with the approach and on their attempted humour. I can't even fucking read. I mean, it's bad. I don't know what panel sat around the table reading the script and laughed at it, but I hope they never do it again.
See, if we sat down with that script, the reason we'd be laughing is going, this is fucking shocking. Why are they making this? Why are they funding this?
I'd be laughing because somebody would be paying me to be sat there doing, like, fuck all.
And getting paid good money. For just, yeah.
I mean, honestly, if the script is as bad as this guy's saying it is, I mean, we could have probably put together a better script on a Saturday evening when we've all been drinking. Except Sean, because Sean don't drink. But, I mean, he would have helped, I'm sure.
After Ghostbusters, I felt like drinking
now. There you go. There's your review from Sean. The effects were horrible every time, which was a lot. They used a green screen. I found myself taken away from the movie. Now,
yeah, we want to point out the gaps there. That isn't us.
Yeah, I think what he's trying to do, and I'm going to get really fucking geeky now. He's using his syntax as a euphemism for the amount of green screen that was used.
Yeah, they're the words I was going to say.
Those are the words you pretty much said.
Yeah.
But without those words. I like the word syntax. Syntax is one of my favourite words. It
not
literally,
mine. It's not mine.
It literally just means sentence structure. That's all syntax means. It's just quicker.
When you've coded, it's like syntax error. No, you know, them are not your favourite words to put together. Because it's always 3 hours of where the fuck have I gone wrong? You rewrite the whole fucking thing. Oh no, it's a semi-fucking colon again.
At least it's your code. Try doing it with somebody else's.
I don't.
A lot of coders won't. They won't touch other people's code. But anyway, back to the review, because that's what we're here for, and apparently that's what we're doing. Okay, the film contradicts its own established continuity, which, by the way, is a no-no. There are people out there on the internet that will spot this shit. You can't get around fucking continuity errors. People fucking notice.
There's literally websites designed around it.
Yeah. 1 minute they can't kill the ghosts, only contain them. The next, they can. I assume kill them, but just ridiculous. Ridiculous is a good word.
I'm not sure if you're stroking this guy's ego or something else at this point.
Little from column A, quite a lot from column B. They even added a segment to the movie early on that shows the 4 girls poking fun at all of the hate for the film. I don't think the studio gets it. No, they don't.
When you saw the Twitter rants, they fucking poked fun at themselves. Well, I don't think they meant to. I think the rest of the internet made fucking sure that's what we thought about it.
Uh-huh. More mocking of the very people they expect to pay top dollar for their product.
We didn't.
I wouldn't even pirate it.
I think I had the option to. Still didn't.
Yeah. Despite all of the sexist remarks towards the movie itself is extremely sexist against men and borderline racist. All men are portrayed as fools in the movie, and in order to kill the final villain, they have to shoot him in the crotch. Whoever wrote this film, I'm going to tell you now, that's a no-go.
You don't mess with a man's crotch. Well, right. You do. You don't injure it.
In Die Hard, which is probably the greatest Christmas film of all time.
But there is Nightmare Before Christmas. Because that's both a Halloween film and a Christmas film.
Oh, yeah, I know. It feels that itch, man, because I can start watching it in October.
Yeah. Just
And-
on fucking repeat till, like, fucking February.
And then I can keep watching it until September, until it's time to start rewatching it in October. Ooh. See, there's a film. That's a film. Anyway, yeah. But, you know, John McClane didn't have to shoot Hans Gruber in the crotch to fucking finish the film. No.
You don't see it in films because you just don't do it. You don't injure a man's crotch. Just don't ever do it.
I was just about to say in Lord of the Rings they don't, but then I remembered how they actually end the battle in Lord of the Rings. It's basically throwing somebody's ring into a fire.
I think it's just a big divorce movie, really, when you think about it. It's like the ongoing court battle of, like, getting divorced.
Who gets the kids? So the hobbits are the kids.
Yeah.
The hobbits are the kids. The owls are the grown-up kids, like the moody, angsty, emo teenagers that want to move out of home anyway.
Man, you are so racist to elves.
I'm not fucking wrong, though, am I?
No, I don't deny this.
At the end of the movie, what happens? All the owls fuck off. It's like the greatest part of the trilogy for me.
Yay, no more elves. Roll credits.
Actually, no, my favourite part of the trilogy is the bit when they're at the coronation at the end of the film and they go around to the hobbits and they go to bow to him and he's just like, my friends, you bow to no one. And it gets me every time.
Mate, I haven't watched the trilogy in fucking ages because I haven't got like 30 odd hours spare.
Mate, we should do it.
No, no.
We should get together and we should record alternate commentary, but except that end bit where I'm not allowed to be mic'd up because I start blubbing like a hormonal woman or something.
No, I'm not doing it, man. I have not, because I know what I'm doing the director's cut as well. My ass cannot take that amount of sitting.
That's fine. You can run laps or something.
Dice.
But yes, you do not shoot somebody in the crotch to finish your fucking film. It's just wrong. I mean, you wouldn't like it if the main villain was a woman and some bloke walked up and punched her in the tit.
I was just about to say, just punch your tits off and that's how you end the film.
Yeah. That'd be fucking sexist.
I think there might be a film out there like that, though. But
More than likely.
I don't think it's shown in theatres.
Well, not theatres that don't have fucking plastic tarpaulin over the seats. Anyway.
And I hope they don't fucking sell popcorn.
God.
Some salty ass popcorn. Moving on before we go too fucking far with this.
Do you know Pee Wee Herman got arrested in one of those?
Oh my god.
That's the thing, they allow you to go in and watch, but you're not allowed to do anything while you're there watching. So what's the point in going to watch in the first place? I don't know. So anyway, back to the review. We've segued a little bit there. It almost seems the team behind the film knew how stereotypically sexist their movie was, so capitalized on the sexism against the film in order to hide that. That's quite common, actually.
Again, my point about the whole Twitter rant when it come out.
Yeah,
They basically got all the, like, you know, Tumblr feminists, and also Tumblr, if you're going to sue us, fuck you, right? Just don't delete all the decent porn on there. Let us do the backups first.
I'm already backed up, I'm good.
But then it's like basically they whipped all the Tumblr feminists into, you know, going to see the movie. That's literally where they made the money, but they didn't even fucking break even, did they?
Not in the US. Worldwide, they just about did, but that's not enough for a studio to warrant a sequel. Same thing, we were talking about it the other day. Judge Dredd, the film, yeah. Carl Urban. It made its budget back in the US, and you know it did quite well abroad.
It did amazingly well in DVD sales, but
but
you can't sell a film on DVD sales.
No, not unless you're going straight to DVD, in which case your budget is like usually maximum of about 20 million, which is hard to produce a film like Dredd on. I mean, Ghostbusters probably quite easy over a weekend. I don't know.
Well, yeah, by the sounds of this, we could just bash this out in 30 minutes with half a case of beer.
I'm not bashing one out to Ghostbusters.
I never said it like that, but if you want to take it like that, that's now your fucking, like, role in life.
I honestly recommend wearing a padded glove. This is the review, by the way.
Wait, where the hell? Oh, there we are. I was wondering what the fuck you're on about then.
When you watch this, if you watch this, I have never face-palmed so many times during a movie in my life. I would not suggest this film to anyone except maybe children under 10 years old, and even then, it would simply be for a cartoon 3D experience. You really don't like your children, do you?
Mate, I'm pretty sure this is borderline child abuse making him watch this.
I wish I could find more piss off. I wish I could find positive. I can't even read the fucking line.
I'm too busy laughing. Give me a sec. I'm good.
Lemon face, lion face, lemon face, lion face, lemon face, lion face.
You're making it worse.
I wish I could find positives because I dislike being so negative about a film. I understand completely the amount of work that goes into something like this. Chris Hemsworth was probably the best part of this, believe it or not. I could see him leading a team of his own Ghostbusters in another version if written correctly.
They're never getting another Ghostbusters film ever again due to this film.
I'm just really happy. Like I've never uttered these words and meant it more. I am actually really quite glad that Harold Ramis is, he passed away. Because to see this would have killed him anyway. Because that was his baby. He wrote it. Do you know what I mean? Oh, this is my favourite part of the entire review. By the way, just
I'm still not actually fully ready.
Right. Don't read anymore. Just let me carry on. Ready?
Go on.
But I can't help but quote Jurassic Park concerning the very idea of this film. The filmmakers were so preoccupied with whether or not they could that they didn't stop to think if they should. I really did try to give this film a chance despite all of the negative hype, but the film was not funny and does not stand on its own. Honestly, the only thing that intrigued me was seeing the cameos from some of the original cast. I will add that if you were thinking you had seen the majority of the movie throughout all of the trailers, various clips, TV spots, etc., you would have been thinking correctly. Sony used all of what they considered to be the best material in the promotional releases. Let that be your red flag concerning how poor the trailers were. Sony do that quite a lot, though. They completely ruined
Sony are fucked as a movie studio at this point. They've wasted so much money on terrible fucking films.
I mean, look what they did with Fantastic Four. Just because they didn't want to lose a license, they put together a film that made no fucking sense.
I was reading something about it because they have the rights to Spider-Man, don't they?
Yes, but they have asked Marvel nicely not to take it. They're going to still retain the rights, but Marvel are going to help with the story and everything. But Marvel are also going to lend them characters because they're going to give they're letting them use Spider-Man as well. Hence why he was in Civil War.
Yeah, that's what I was reading about Spider-Man though. With Sony, is basically they have to make a movie every 10 or so years with Spider-Man in it to basically so they can keep the rights.
Yeah,
that explains a lot about the latest Spider-Man movies.
The Amazing Spider-Man movies, the ones with Garfield in them.
I think so, mate. It's been a while since it's been a good fucking Spider-Man movie, alright?
We had Tobey Maguire and Kirsten Dunst, and then we had Garfield and oh god, I can't remember her name. It wasn't Jennifer Lawrence, was it?
Let's carry on from this point because we will get sidetracked for 30 fucking minutes here. So
yeah. If someone were to ask me if they should go see it, I would say no. But if you're curious, just wait for it to become available for internet streaming. Now, I'm sure the writer of this article means legitimate sites like Hulu or Now TV or Netflix or Amazon Prime
or like Sky Go, Virgin Media's stupid thing they got that's fucking shocking. Good internet, shit TV.
HBO, the shit we didn't actually make, but somebody gave us the rights to, so we're going to stream it to you anyway. Also, we have
that's
Game
what
of Thrones.
That's what Hulu is.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. I don't think people will walk away from this movie afraid of ghosts. I imagine they'll walk away afraid of the movie, and more so, the people who thought it was wise to make it in the first place. There is some irony here. Ghostbusters 2016 has literally become a ghost. It was dead on arrival.
I fucking love this guy. Honestly, he makes a fucking great review.
So that was a pretty awesome review of Ghostbusters. There were spoilers in that, I think. I don't know. We don't know. Fucked if Fat Boy knows.
Fucked if I'm watching either.
He's been refusing to watch it since they released the first material for it. I was honestly going to give it a go, and then...
Yeah, no, I wasn't. I just couldn't. It was, like I say, it's not a sexist thing. It's a simple case of when I saw what the crash was going to be, and it's like, it's not going to work. It's just not going to work.
It's not even that. It's like, if somebody said to me they're making a remake of Logan's Run, I'd be like, right, that's great. I'm not going to watch it. Oh, why not? You know, it's a remake of one of your favourite films of all time.
Yeah, but it's my favourite film of all fucking time for a fucking reason.
Yeah, you couldn't remake Soylent Green, for instance. You know, because it's ruined. The whole idea behind Soylent Green is, you know, you get to that point in the story where you find out the big reveal, and that's it. So you couldn't remake Logan's Run the same way because you'd ruin that reveal towards the end of the movie. Something like Ghostbusters could have quite easily been not
a reboot, but
no, it should have been renewed. It should have had a new cast, like the old guard changing over.
Yeah. That's what I think we originally said this about it when they were on about it. It's like, what they should do is basically, right, leave all the other stuff, we'll basically have the new cast, but then basically have them, you know, going out on training missions or whatever, or something, want it, basically, setting up as the new Ghostbusters. That would have been fine, but then to literally fucking retcon pretty much a lot of it.
Which gets rid of a lot of the shit that you don't really need to fucking see in a film. Right? We know how the Ghostbusters got together. We don't need to see how they get together. We don't need to see how they get Ecto-1. We don't need to see, you know, origin stories for every fucking character ever created in a film. I'm fed up of seeing origin stories. What would have been better would just have been go in there, first day, have 8 people lined up, you know, the 4 main cast that you were going to use, and then 4 extra people for shits and giggles, and had Ghostbuster tryouts or something for the first 15 minutes of the film.
Fucking Ghostbusters Police Academy.
Yeah.
Shit, I would watch the crap out of that movie.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? You could have had, instead of having origin stories for everybody, you could have just covered that with little bits in dialogue here and there. Nobody needs to know the fucking origin of a character. I'm fed up of knowing the origin of a character and their entire character makeup before they actually make a fucking appearance as they are. I'm fed up of seeing a fucking 12-year-old Magneto. I don't need to see a 12-year-old Magneto. Give me fucking full-size Magneto bending bridges and lifting stadiums and shit. That's what I want to see. I don't want to see a 12-year-old Magneto bending a fucking gate. Jesus fucking Christ. But everybody has got to do the fucking origin story, and I'm fed up of seeing them. We've had it 3 fucking times with Wolverine.
Do you want to take a breath? Mr. fucking hopped up on 1,000 fucking bags of coffee. That was the best run ever.
But yes, thank you for listening. This has been somewhat of a rant. Also, if you don't like, we should review the review, you know. It was a wonderful review, very well written, and, you know, to the point without being offensive.
We did that bit. We did that bit for him.
Yeah, I actually think it was a pretty objective review. It wasn't like I'm gonna shit on this movie from a great height, which is why we've not written a review. Also, it would mean we would have to actually watch the fucking film.
Can't do, mate.
I can't. I would rather slam my testicles into a car door.
That's my shtick. Fuck off.
No, wait, I'm not finished. And then cut my own stomach open and jump into a fucking shark tank. Not gonna happen.